Thank you all for being at our weekly press briefing, and I want to give you a couple of updates right quick, and we have certainly some special guests that are here with us today to provide some additional information. An update quickly on the Plates for Parks. We talked about that program last week and what we needed to do to roll that out and get the state on board. The goal was to get 500 plates committed to by the public, and we were hoping to have 500 plates committed to over the next 30 days. Well, just 1 week later, I can tell you that 909 individuals have responded. They've signed up and committed to 1,348 plates. So we have reached our threshold. So it's tremendous response to the Wichita flag plates, and we're encouraged by the kind of momentum that and the outpouring of support. So we really appreciate the public getting behind this. And next update is Engineer for a Day, and we have with us today Rebecca Greif, who is our small projects engineer. Doesn't mean she's a small project engineer personally. She's kind of a big engineer. But Rebecca's going to explain this Engineer for a Day so we can get out ahead of some of these high schoolers that might be contemplating the engineering field, and rather than butcher all of this information and talk about the STEM field and employees, why don't we have Rebecca come up and share what she's hoping to accomplish. Rebecca, nice to have you.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is an annual event that is put on by the Wichita Society of Professional Engineers. I'd like to thank especially the folks who are sponsors and who are part of our organization that are here. This is an annual event. It's held during the last week of February, which is the National Engineers Week. And we encourage juniors and seniors to come and shadow professional engineers in their day-to-day life. See what it looks like, see if it's something they're interested in. Once they're done with that, we partner with Wichita State. They get to go to a Q&A panel with current students and learn what college life is like. So this has been a pleasure for me to be a part of the last 4 years. This is the fourth year I'm coordinating it. I became an engineer because of STEM outreach, so I'm really looking forward to continuing to have students come. We had 50 students attend 13 different company hostings last year in 9 different disciplines across the Wichita area. They came from 17 different schools, so we've really got a wide base, and it's pretty fantastic. So those students and those hosts that are interested, student registration opened last week, and it'll be held through the end of this year. And then hosting forms will be opened here by the end of this week, and I'll take those as long as possible to get as many students placed as we possibly can. So thank you, Mayor, again for having us here. We're looking forward to another successful event.
Thank you for being here, and we encourage that program to be very successful and appreciate you sharing with folks. Let it be known that I brought you Greif. Engineer Jansen always brings me grief. Want to talk a little bit about first file, and to do that, really, I need to call up Councilmember Clendenin. He is one of the folks that's been behind this first file, and I'm just going to let Councilmember Clendenin share and bring up his guests. So, Councilmember.
Thank you, Mayor, very much. That was an intentional slip, I'm sure. I am very excited about First File and them coming to the community. I first met April and John about 3 or 4 months ago. They wanted to talk to me about this exciting program that they had to help first responders when they come to houses, find medical information a lot easier than maybe they're able to now. And they have found some amazing sponsors here from our community to make sure that these are free to the public. And so I want to bring up April Hazen and John White, or just April, She wants to give you just a little bit of information about First File and what they're doing here in the community. April.
We would like to welcome Sedgwick County and congratulate you on becoming a First File community. I would like to give Councilman and the Mayor both a huge thank you for supporting this program and inviting us into your community. Each year, 911 is called over 200 million times for emergency assistance. First File is designed to be of assistance to individuals, caregivers, and emergency personnel. Information is collected and placed in a blue First File folder, which is then attached to the refrigerator magnetically, so that when the emergency responders arrive on the scene, they can get the life-saving information immediately. We have recently began including blue First File stickers for community members to put inside their door jamb so that the moment the first responders arrive into the home, they are able to see that it is a First File household. The community members are encouraged to put in their files their medication list, their emergency contact information, and their advance directives such as their do not resuscitate or their living will to assist the first responders. It is estimated that in an emergency situation, up to 10 minutes of valuable time is lost while searches are made for this type of information. We would not be in your county if it weren't for the sponsorship of the Walmart Supercenters and Sandpiper Healthcare and Rehab Center. This donation will allow us to hand out First Files free of charge to the members of this community. Starting this Saturday, October 21st, the First Files will be available at the Walmart Supercenter pharmacies. So we'd like to bring Anna up from Walmart as she gives you a few words.
Good morning. I'm Anna Johnson. I'm the Pharmacy Clinical Services Manager for Walmart Pharmacies. We're very excited about our partnership with First File in Sedgwick County to give this opportunity for patients to have this valuable resource in their homes. We will begin handing these out in all of our Walmart Supercenter pharmacies starting this Saturday, October 21st. This Saturday is also National Check Your Medications Day, which is a very exciting opportunity. Also, we invite the public to bring in their medications and have an opportunity to review them with our pharmacist. This is happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Patients may bring in their medications and talk to a pharmacist about them, ask any questions they may have, and the pharmacist may have some recommendations about their pharmacy therapy. Thank you very much for this partnership.
Hello, my name is Melissa Lang, and I'm the administrator of Sandpiper Health and Rehabilitation. And we just want to say, on behalf of Sandpiper and all the recovery care facilities across the state, that we're really happy to join in this partnership. Daily in our facility, we get referrals from hospitals and see patients that have been found in homes that didn't have information, and those minutes are very important and life-saving. So we're just really happy to partner with this and excited for it to roll out. Thank you.
Good morning, Scott Hadley. I'm the director of Sedgwick County Emergency Medical Service, and it's good to have this type of program in our community. As a first responding agency, it's important sometimes, as Councilmember Clendenin and Ms. Hazen alluded to, we're searching for past medical history, medications, and we're looking in a variety of rooms and a variety of places trying to collect that information so we can outline the best course of treatment and care for that particular patient and ensure they're getting the appropriate care that they need at the time. So a lot of times we don't have that information and we have to make decisions based on that, but it is helpful to have that information, to have the medication list, what they're currently on, to help guide our treatment and care. In addition, our past medical history, hospital destination, and any other advanced directives that they may have helps us not only meet patient wishes, but allows the treatment that we're going to provide in a more efficient manner. So we appreciate that opportunity. We'll certainly have that out for our crews, the information to be looking for this on the refrigerator, along with our other partners, which Wichita Fire Department encounters this on a numerous number of times per day. Sedgwick County Fire Department, law enforcement agencies will all be able to access this information and make sure we're providing the most optimal care we can for our citizens. Thank you.
As you can see, this has been a huge partnership between several entities. I want to thank Sedgwick County EMS. They do amazing work in our community. Thank you, Walmart and Sandpiper, for your involvement. It's been great to be just a very small part of what I know will be part of saving lives here in Wichita. So thank you very much. And Mayor?
Councilmember Clinton, and certainly thank you. He's passionate about working on behalf of his community and the entire city, as you can tell, and so we appreciate what his leadership's been able to accomplish. So thank you. Our last update today involves the proceeds from the sale of the Hyatt, and we want to talk a little bit about what you're seeing in terms of where 10 million of those dollars are going to. And so with us today is Gary Jansen. Just want to let all of you know we appreciate the responses that we've been getting from the community when we talk about what we're doing in terms of street repair and where we're guiding the money and how we're accomplishing some of these tasks. Input has guided our decision-making process on both how we treat streets and how we are organizing some of our street closures. So to give you a better update here is Gary Jansen. I give him a hard time, but he has a tremendous amount of knowledge rattling around in that head of his.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to give a brief update on where we're at on the Hyatt-funded street repair projects like the mayor talked about, and then talk just a little bit about some recently completed arterial reconstruction projects. We are nearing the halfway point on the Hyatt-funded repair projects. We've got $4.5 million in contracts that are currently been initiated. The remaining $5.5 million will be completed in phases through the end of 2018. The map you see in front of you is an interactive map online. It shows what work's been completed to date, what work is going on right now, and then what work is coming through the end of next year. Keep in mind these projects, these Hyatt-funded projects are done in two parts. We go in first and do some patching and pavement repair and then come back as a separate project to put a new asphalt overlay on top of that. We've got some areas of town where all of that's been completed already. We've got some areas where the pavement patching work's been done, we're waiting on the overlay, and then we've got some areas that will be, all of that would be completed in 2018. But going to wichita.gov/neighborhood streets is an interactive map. We try to keep up to date as often as we can that shows exactly what's going on and where. In addition to the Hyatt-funded street repairs, we recently completed 3 arterial street reconstruction projects through our capital improvement program over the last few months. Meridian was expanded to 5 lanes between Pawnee and Orient, with one of the most chronic drainage problems in the city being fixed at the same time. Pawnee was improved from hydraulic to Grove. This is a dense commercial and retail area. We provided safer and better access to the businesses and those who live in the area, as well as providing pedestrian upgrades. And finally, a joint project with the City of Bel Air reconstructed 37th Street North from Oliver to Woodlawn to a 3-lane urban standard roadway. Includes on-street bike lanes, pedestrian facilities, and drainage upgrades. Those 3 projects totaled $17.5 million in construction, which included $11.5 million in federal grants. So that's just a little bit of what we're doing in addition to the Hyatt street repairs on top of everything else we've got going on in Kellogg, which everyone's obviously aware of. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Gary. Great information and allows the public to see where their tax dollars are going. And I think it's always good to get that information out there. So at this point in time, we'll open up to any questions you might have of myself or any of the folks that have spoken today about subjects that we covered, or any other questions you might have.
Are you able to comment about the possible Tyson Point coming to Sedgwick County? If so, do you know possibly where it would be located at?
So I can tell you the obvious, that this area is one of the finalists, the 3 finalists for bringing that plant into this area. That's all I can tell you at this point in time. We haven't had a discussion or a briefing on the exact location or the type of incentive package that might be included in this.
And one more question. Earlier this week, the city manager, I guess, commented defending the transparency with the police chief and with the department. Did you have any comments on that?
I did share a comment with one of the news outlets this week and simply shared my confidence in Chief Ramsey and the policies that he's putting in place that are going to encourage more transparency and certainly benefit the community from that perspective. Still have full confidence in Chief Ramsey. I have no comment on any investigation because I've not been briefed on the type or scope of any investigation. Any other questions? No one wants to know if this is my real hair color or not? All right. We appreciate you being here today. Thank you.